Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great week. And I thank you if you're joining me live or watching the replay. I hope that you guys are finding this series helpful for you. I know that over the last few years, I've been doing these different topics more and more in my personal life and finding that they're really helpful. It's very important that as we take care of our bodies will take care of us as we get older. So the more aspects of that you put into your life that you are learning, the better off you're going to be. Every little thing that you do will help, but the more you do, the better it's going to help. So this is week 4 of Take Charge of Your Health. Week 1, we did the essential oils, why they're important to use them, what benefits they were, how to use them. I just did a general overall review of essential oils and how to use them and why they're good to use. So if you're interested in learning about that, you can go on this page and look at it, or you can look at my YouTube videos. I do have a YouTube channel now that I'm posting all these classes, so they're all convenient in one spot. The second week I did exercise, how the importance of exercise was to our bodies. And then last week I did sleep. Sleep is very, very important. Some of us, in fact myself when I was younger, used to think that I could make up sleep on the weekend, but our bodies are not geared or created that way. They're created to stay on a routine, and it's very important that we find the routine that's best for our bodies and stick to it no matter what day of the week it is. Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat this morning. Today we're going to be talking about sunshine and hydration. And hydration is water, not anything else. We're talking specifically water today and the importance of it. So I want to again thank you for joining me, whether it's live or rerun, and welcome to my class. And I'm now going to share my screen and start the class for you. All right, sunshine and hydration. Why do we need them? Here's some fun facts on drinking water. Now, adult humans are 60% water and our blood is 90% water. Now, that's a big percentage of water. There is no universally agreed quantity of water that must be consumed daily. Water is essential for the kidneys and other bodily function. And when dehydrated, the skin can become more vulnerable to skin disorders and wrinkling. And drinking water instead of soda can help with weight loss. And I know people that if they're big soda drinkers and they're trying to lose weight, and the only thing that they change is stop drinking soda, they started losing weight very quickly because soda is full of sugar. So if you're a big soda drinker and you want to be healthier or you want to lose weight, I would start right there. And just, I mean, if you drink several during the day, I'm probably, especially if there's caffeine involved, I would suggest not totally cutting it out, but cutting back slowly, because if you are drinking a lot of caffeine and you cut it out completely overnight, you could have some caffeine withdrawals, which are miserable. You get sick and you can get headaches. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to, but there is a big potential because caffeine is an addictive substance. So anytime you stop something that's addictive overnight, you're more apt to have withdrawal symptoms. So the best way to stop taking anything that's addictive is just to slowly cut down until you're not taking it anymore. So on all of these slides that I'm showing you, I have the link on the bottom of the resource that I've gotten this from. This is not something I made up. So if you want to know where I got it from, just click on the link below. So I'm going to talk to you about benefits of drinking water. It lubricates the joints. Cartilage found in joints and the discs of the spine contain around 80% water. Long-term dehydration can reduce the joint's shocking absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. It forms saliva and mucus. Saliva helps us digest our food and keeps the mouth, nose, and eyes moist. This prevents friction and damage. Drinking water also keeps the mouth clean. Consumed instead of sweetened beverages, it can also reduce tooth decay. It delivers oxygen throughout the body. Blood is more than 90% water, and blood carries oxygen to different parts of the body. It boosts skin health and beauty. With dehydration, the skin can become more vulnerable to skin disorders and premature wrinkling. It cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. Dehydration can affect brain structure and function. It is also involved in the production of hormones and neurotransmitters. Prolonged dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning. It regulates body temperature. Water that is stored in the middle layers of the skin comes to the skin surface as sweat when the body heats up. As it evaporates, it cools the body. Some scientists have suggested that when there is too little water in the body, heat storage increases and the individual is less able to tolerate heat strain. The digestive system depends on it. The bowel needs water to work properly. Dehydration can lead to digestive problems, constipation, and an overly acidic stomach. This increases the risk of heartburn and stomach ulcers. It flushes body waste. Water is needed in the processes of sweating and removal of urine and feces. It helps maintain blood pressure. A lack of water can cause blood to become thicker, increasing blood pressure. The airways need it. When dehydrated, airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies worse. It makes minerals and nutrients accessible. These dissolve in water, which makes it possible for them to reach different parts of the body. It prevents kidney damage. The kidneys regulate fluid in the body. Insufficient water can lead to kidney stones and other problems. It boosts performance during exercise. Some scientists have proposed that consuming more water might enhance performance during strenuous activity. More research is needed to confirm this, but one review found that dehydration reduces performance in activities lasting longer than 30 minutes. Weight loss. Water may also help with weight loss if it is consumed instead of sweetened juices and sodas. And here again is the down at the bottom is the link that I got this information from. So I'm just giving you the information that I researched on, and I'm giving you the link to do more research if you want to. So, some reasons to drink water. Drinking water helps maintain the balance of body fluids. Your body is composed of about 60% water, which, as you can see, some of this is duplicates, but I wanted to show you that there's more than one area of where I got this research from. The functions of these bodily fluids include digestion, absorption, circulation, creation of saliva, transportation of nutrients, and maintenance of body temperature. Through the posterior pituitary gland, your brain communicates with your kidneys and tells it how much water to excrete as urine or hold onto for reserves. When you're low on fluids, the brain triggers the body's thirst mechanism. Water can help control calories. For years, dieters have been drinking lots of water as a weight loss strategy. While water doesn't have any magical effect on weight loss, substituting it for higher calorie beverages can certainly help. What works with weight loss is that you choose water or a non-caloric beverage over a caloric beverage and or eat a diet higher in water-rich foods that are healthier, more filling, and help you trim calorie intake. Food with high water content tends to look larger, its higher volume requires more chewing, and it is absorbed more slowly by the body, which helps you feel full. Water-rich foods include fruits, vegetables, broth-based soups, oatmeal, and beans. Water helps energize muscles. Cells that don't maintain their balance of fluids and electrolytes shrivel, which can result in muscle fatigue. When muscle cells don't have adequate fluids, they don't work as well and performance can suffer. Drinking enough fluids is important when exercising. Follow the American College of Sports Medicine guidelines for fluid intake before and during physical activity. These guidelines recommend that people drink about 17 ounces of fluid about 2 hours before exercise. During exercise, they recommend that people start drinking fluids early and drink them at regular intervals to replace fluids lost by sweating. Water helps keep skin looking good. Your skin contains plenty of water and functions as a protective barrier to prevent excess fluid loss. Dehydration makes your skin look more dry and wrinkled, which can improve with proper hydration. But once you are adequately hydrated, the kidneys take over and excrete excess fluids. You can also help lock moisture into your skin by using moisturizer, which creates a physical barrier to keep moisture in. And you can also, for those of you who like and use essential oils, you can also add certain essential oils to your moisturizer to help keep the skin healthy and younger looking. Water helps your kidneys. Body fluids transport waste products in and out of cells. The main toxin in the body is blood your nitrogen, a water-soluble waste that is able to pass through the kidneys to be excreted in the urine. Your kidneys do an amazing job of cleansing and ridding your body of toxins as long as your intake of fluids is adequate. When you're getting enough fluids, urine flows freely, is light in color and free of odor. When your body is not getting enough fluids, urine concentration, color, and odor increases because the kidneys trap extra fluid for bodily function. If you chronically drink too little, you may be at higher risk for kidney stones, especially in warmer climates. Okay. Now, this is a quick video on drinking water. It's only like maybe a minute and a half long. If you drink up, there's at least 5 glasses of water a day. Researchers found that doing just that reduces the chances of having a deadly heart attack. Now, this is from Loma Linda. And Loma Linda has put out a few videos that talk about different topics. And this one is on water. So all you do is when I'm done with the presentation, if you go back, you can just click on this link right here, and it's going to bring you down to this presentation, this little cute video that they did. And like I said, it's only about a minute and a half long. So if you're interested in watching it, go ahead and click on this link and go for it. So, how to add a healthy taste to your water. Many people do not like the taste of water. They're not used to it, especially if they're not a big water drinker. They think it's boring. They think it's blah. It makes them sick. So, to get yourself adjusted to water, you might want to add some kind of flavoring to it. Now, there's a lot of flavorings out there on the market, and some of them, or a lot of them, are not healthy for you. They have chemicals and preservatives and all kinds of stuff that are not healthy for you, and you certainly don't want to add it to water that is healthy for you. So, a couple options that you can do is you can go buy fresh fruit, but when you buy fresh fruit, you want to make sure, number one, it's either organic, and then still wash it, or if it's not organic, make sure you wash it really, really good. Lemon essential oil is a really good cleansing oil that you can use to put in water and wash your fruit with. Make a little spray, water and lemon spray, and spray it, or stick it in a sink or a bowl with water with a couple drops of lemon and let it sit. Because a lot of this fruit is sprayed with chemicals and pesticides, and you don't want to be putting that into your water and then ingesting it. So fresh fruit is good if it's in season, but a lot of times if it's out of season, number one, it's not as healthy, and number two, it's very expensive. So if you don't want to do or can't do fresh fruit, another option is to do a pure CPTG essential oil. For citrus, you can use lemon, lime, orange, bergamot, grapefruit. There's several different choices that you can choose from. And what you can do is put a little bit of oil, 1 or 2 drops at the most, into your water and stir it up. And you might want to add a little stevia to it if you want to, because remember, oil and water do not mix. So if you put the oil in the water and you let it sit for a few seconds, the oil is going to come to the oil is going to come to the top. And when you drink it, you're going to get a big whiff of that oil. And some people might be too strong for them. Or you can just put it underneath you can put it in your mouth, under your tongue too, if you like it, get it that way. So you want to make sure you stir the oil in the water, or if you have a little stevia with it to help mix it up better, that's a good way too. So On Guard is a blend that doTERRA has. It's a great immune boosting. It's perfectly safe for internal use. So if you put that in your water, it'll give you a little flavor for the water. It also gives you the health benefits of the essential oil. It helps build your immune system and helps keep you healthy as long as you're doing other aspects. Now, if you're eating crappy, you're not getting your sleep, you're drinking caffeine, you're not exercising, you're sitting on the couch all day, and all you're doing is the essential oils, they're going to help very minimal compared to adding it to all the other aspects that you're supposed to be doing. This program I'm sharing with you is, like I said at the beginning, the more you do, the better you're going to feel. So if you're on a good sleep schedule and you're eating as healthy as you can, you cheat once in a while, and you are exercising and you're drinking your water and you're keeping your stress under control, these essential oils are going to be much more beneficial to help your body versus if you were doing nothing but the essential oils. Granted, they'll do something, but not as much as if you're doing all the other aspects with it, because essential oils are not a miracle oil. They're just an added benefit to your body while you're doing all the other things too. So these are a couple tips that you can add to your water if you don't like plain water and it's boring. And there is a link down here from doTERRA that talks about the benefits of internal use for essential oils. Now we're going to talk about sunshine. We're used to hearing about how too much of the sun's warm rays can be harmful to your skin, but did you know the right balance can have lots of mood-lifting benefits? Sunlight and darkness trigger the release of hormones in your brain. Exposure to sunlight is thought to increase the brain's release of a hormone called serotonin. Serotonin is associated with boosting mood and helping a person feel calm and focused. At night, darker lighting triggers the brain to make another hormone called melatonin. The hormone is responsible for helping you sleep. Without enough sun exposure, your serotonin levels can dip. Low levels of serotonin are associated with a higher risk of major depression with seasonal pattern, formerly known as seasonal affective disorder. This is a form of depression triggered by the changing seasons. Now here up in New England, we are going into the shorter days. Pretty soon we'll be putting our clocks back an hour, which means our days are going to be shorter. And for most of us, we work indoors. We don't get much chance to get outside during the day. So this is where you really want to make sure that you're doing something to boost your mood and your serotonin level and all of that, because it's easy to get into this seasonal affective disorder as the winter comes on, because the days are shorter. We don't get much sun. We work indoors. So you could go 4 or 5 days in a row and not get any sunshine. So even if you just go outside on your break or your lunch and just sit, excuse me, that frog in my throat doesn't want to go away. That would be better than doing nothing. So a mood boost isn't the only reason you get increased amounts of sunshine. There are several health benefits associated with catching moderate amounts of rays. So sunlight and mental health. Decreased sun exposure has been associated with a drop in your serotonin levels, which can lead to major depression with seasonal pattern, which we just talked about. The light-induced effects of serotonin are triggered by sunlight that goes in through the eye. Sunlight cues special areas in the retina, which triggers the release of serotonin. So you're more likely to experience this type of depression in the wintertime when the days are shorter, which I just discussed. Due to this connection, one of the main treatments for depression with seasonal pattern is light therapy, also known as phototherapy. You can get a light therapy box to have at home. The light from the box mimics natural sunlight that stimulates the brain to make serotonin and reduces excess melatonin. Now, I actually use these. I have a big one that sits, that has legs on it, that I put beside my chair in the morning when I have my morning worship. And then I have a little box that's probably about this big that I have at my desk at work that I actually will use in the afternoon if I'm feeling very sluggish, because I work in a basement and I have no windows. And so if I don't purposely go outside and get some fresh air and sunshine, I could go for 4 days in a row and never see the sun, because there are times when I go to work in the dark, I come home in the dark, I work in the dark. So if I don't purposely go outside and get some sunshine, I'm headed for disaster come January, February. So I have a little light box that I put on my desk, and you only need to use it for like 20 minutes. And there'll be all kinds of instructions when you get it. But I just turn it on and for about 20 minutes in the afternoon, and it helps give me that lift that I need. So sunshine also helps building strong bones. Exposure to the ultraviolet B radiation in the sun's rays causes a person's skin to create vitamin D. According to one study from 2008, in a 30-minute period while wearing a swimsuit, people will make the following vitamin D levels: 50,000 international units in most Caucasian people, 20 to 30,000 IUs in tan people, and 8 to 10,000 IUs in dark-skinned people. The vitamin D made thanks to the sun plays a big role in bone health. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to rickets in children and bone-wasting diseases like osteoporosis and osteomalacia. Now, it's also cancer prevention. Although excess sunlight can contribute to skin cancers, a moderate amount of sunlight actually has preventative benefits when it comes to cancer. According to researchers, those who live in areas with fewer daylight hours are more likely to have some specific cancers than those who live where there's more sun during the day. These cancers include colon cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, ovarian cancer, pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer. Now, it also helps heal the skin. According to the World Health Organization, sun exposure might help treat several skin conditions too. Doctors have recommended UV radiation exposure to treat psoriasis, eczema, jaundice, and acne. While light therapy isn't for everyone, a dermatologist can recommend whether light treatments will benefit your specific skin concerns. Now, again, if you have any questions about what I said or you want to do more research, below right here is the link where I got this information from. So now we're going to talk about some health benefits, and you'll see that a lot of these are duplicate from what I just said, but I wanted to share with you more than one research of where I got this information from. So in so many ways, glorious sunshine is good for your health. So here are a few. Blood pressure. Sunlight reduces your blood pressure by changing the levels of nitric oxide, a small messenger molecule in the skin and blood, according to a 2014 study published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. The study, using research from the universities of Southampton, went further. Lower blood pressure helps you live longer because it reduces the risk of deadly heart attacks and strokes. Cancer. Studies have linked exposure to sunshine to lower risk of pancreatic cancer and breast cancer. Pancreatic cancer rates were highest in countries with the least amount of sunlight, and women who said they spent at least an hour outside each day for 10 years were less likely to have breast cancer than those who said they spent less time in the sun. Heart disease. A Danish study, in a roundabout way, traced sun exposure to reduced rates of cardiovascular disease by reviewing more than 4 million medical records. The findings: people with skin cancer were less likely to have had a heart attack or died from any other cause during the study. Multiple myeloma. High levels of vitamin D have been linked to a lower risk of developing multiple sclerosis. Brain function. Sunshine stimulates the body's production of vitamin D, a vital nutrient that protects your bones and fights diseases. It can also stimulate nerve cell growth in the part of the brain responsible for the shaping and storing of memories. Alzheimer's disease. If you're vitamin D deficient, you're more likely to develop Alzheimer's or other type of dementia than people with sufficient vitamin D in their body, according to a 2014 study at the University of Exeter Medical School. Another study found that Alzheimer's patients exposed to bright light exhibited fewer signs of depression, agitation, and nighttime wakefulness than those exposed to low levels of light. Sleep. Sunlight blocks the body's production of melatonin, the hormone that puts us to sleep, until the sun sets. This helps establish the body's normal circadian rhythm. Your body gets a message that without sunlight, it's hard to call it a day. Skin. It can also help heal acne, eczema, psoriasis, and other fungal infections. Depression. Diminished sunshine in the winter months can cause a depressive condition called seasonal affective disorder that's often treated with regular exposure to bright artificial light. Likewise, some sunshine in the summer months can also help if you're mildly depressed. So I know a lot of this I have repeated, but like I said, I wanted to show you that this is nothing that I've made up. I'm not a medical person. I'm just sharing with you the information that I've learned and that I've been using in my own life. So do not take any of this information as a diagnosis or treatment. Check it out for yourself. Do your own research. Talk to your medical doctor. I'm just sharing with you the research that I've been doing. So this is the link that I got this information from too. So that is my presentation on sunlight and water. I want to thank you for joining me in my class. If you have any questions on, I specifically are more efficient in the essential oils, but I share with you other information that I use, like I just shared with you. So if there's anything that I can help you with, if you want to know where to get these great pure therapeutic essential oils, contact me. If you have any questions about oils, please contact me. Here's my information. I do have a weekly newsletter that I send out every week that's free, that has a different topic each week. And so if you would like to get this free newsletter, just somehow send me your email address and I'd be happy to add you to my list. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I hope that was helpful, and I hope you found some good information that you can use for your life, because it's important that we take care of our bodies. Because, you know, if my thought is, if I live to be 60 and healthy, and happy, then that's my time. I'd much rather live to be 60, healthy and happy, than to live to be 80, miserable and sick. That's my personal philosophy. So, granted, I might live longer if I want to eat my donuts and I want to sit on my butt all day and I don't want to get my sunshine, but I might be miserable the last 10, 20 years of my life because my body is now telling me, is now giving me what I gave to it when I was younger. So my philosophy is I want to live as healthy as I can and as happy and joyful as I can versus being miserable and sick because I didn't take care of my body. But that's my opinion. But this is why I'm sharing this with you, because a lot of people don't know this, that how you take care of your body now is going to take care of you when you're older. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And I look forward to talking to you next week on my next topic. Talk to you later.